My name is Madame Macabre. I'd like to share with you my favorite story. It takes place down Calaboose Alley. Does anybody remember what calaboose means? It's another word for jail. You see, every day, people pass by this short, nondescript building, and they have no idea that it was the historic jail built in 1832 out of double blocks of granite that were doweled together for strength. It was used as a jail until 1940, over 100 years. And on our tour, we go inside. The interior is much the same as it was when it was last used for a jail. You can still see all of the bars where the cells are, and in one particular cell you can see this patch on the wall. The story I tell is about that. In 1840, there's a slave by the name of Elleck, and one day his master comes after him in a fit of rage. Elleck tries to escape. He goes into his quarters, but his master follows. Then Elleck scrambles up the little ladder to his sleeping loft, but his master continues to follow him. Up there, the master draws his sword, and he swings it. Elleck is trying to defend himself, trying to get away. He grabs his master, they grapple, and the master ends up falling down to the floor below, landing on his sword. With his master dead at his feet, Elleck does not run. Instead, he goes to the sheriff and tells him that his master had been killed, but it had been in self-defense. Elleck is the only slave to be put on trial here in Lawrenceville, and the jury found him guilty. He was sentenced to be hanged, and he was brought and put into one of the cells in the jail. Realizing it was going to be a horrible miscarriage of justice, Elleck found a piece of metal and started chipping away at the wall of that cell. That patch is from where he made progress. You can see it, where he chipped away still. Well, people walking by could hear the noise coming from the inside of the jail. They alerted the sheriff. When the sheriff saw what Elleck had done, he was enraged. He chained Elleck to the floor. He chained him by his wrist. He chained him by his ankles, and he left him there for 3 days and 3 nights. Elleck pleaded to be allowed to sit in a more comfortable position, but his pleas were ignored. To pass the time, Elleck would sing to his beloved. Oh, Betsy, will you meet me? Betsy, will you meet me? Betsy, will you meet me in heaven above? On the 4th day, the sheriff took Elleck from that cell to the gallows, where he was hanged. But Elleck's spirit never left that jail cell where he had been so tightly bound for so long. And people swear that they can still hear him singing. Betsy, will you meet me in heaven